So you can check your calendar. As you will see, today is August 22nd. The fires in Lahaina that actually wiped out the entire town, it may have killed 1,000 people. Those wildfires, well, they happened on August 8th. So it is currently almost 2 weeks beyond the wildfires. Maybe 1,000 people dead, hundreds of people dead for sure, including possibly up to hundreds of children. In fact, the mayor of Maui says he has no idea how many kids actually died in these wildfires in Lahaina. Here he was.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. How many children are missing? You know.
I knew the answer to that. I would be happy to answer that.
You have no estimate as to how many children are missing?
I guess
Nothing?
we can end this right now if you guys want. Sorry.
This is one of the biggest questions that the people of Lahaina have, but you don't want to answer.
It always takes one or two to ruin it for everybody.
Please, this is our only opportunity.
Well, we could say that about you.
No idea how many kids are missing. The president of the United States, though, he was on vacation. He was in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. And here's how the rules of politics work, gang. If you're the president and a major natural disaster happens on your watch, and you're apparently not within eye shot of the thing, then we say that you don't have empathy and that you are very, very bad. This was true of George W. Bush when it came to Hurricane Katrina. It was true of Ted Cruz when it came to freezing temperatures in Texas. And apparently it is not true if you're a Democrat. If you're a Democrat, you can do whatever the hell you want. So Joe Biden went on vacation in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. He was asked specifically about the death toll in Lahaina, and he said no comment. And then he rode around on his bike, and he had some ice cream, and he sat on the beach for like a week. And then he went to Lake Tahoe in Nevada, and he sat there at the mansion of a major donor. And then he took the trouble to finally fly to Maui. Now you would imagine this is when the famed Joe Biden empathy would make its appearance. See, here's the thing about Joe Biden. Dude's not empathetic. Joe Biden is a very selfish creature. If you look at Joe Biden's entire life history, what you see is that Joe Biden cares chiefly about himself and also about people in his immediate familial circle. He has always been willing to use his power in order to corruptly enrich all of those people, including himself. He does not see political power as a way to, quote unquote, help the little guy as he pretends. He sees it as a way to help him and his family and the people he is most close to. And if that means denying the family name to like a 4-year-old, he'll do that too. But he's been able to get ahead because the media have been able to shield him based on this faux, supposedly roguish charm that Joe Biden once had. Now, I've never seen it. I don't understand why anyone would find Joe Biden charming, but this was the lie about Joe Biden for 4 decades when, in reality, he's just layers filled with bull bleep. I mean, that is what Joe Biden is. The problem is that as he gets older, all of the layers of charm are worn away. There's nothing left, except a bunch of false old family stories that he trots out in lieu of empathy. And it's really quite ugly. When you see it, it's really ugly. Like the first time he went to somebody's house and the person had died, a soldier had died, and he talked about Bo. The first time he did that, you got a little bit of sympathy for him. And then, after he did it, time and time and time again, the sympathy started to wear away. Well, this time, he was visiting Lahaina, and he proceeded to tell a story about how he knows what it is like to lose a home. He knows what it is like. So first of all, let me just, as I've said before, explain how mourning works. In the Jewish community, we have very formalized rituals for mourning. I'm an Orthodox Jew, so we do something called Shiva. Shiva means 7. 7 days after somebody dies, for that 7 days, you literally just bring people food. You do all of the minyanim, all the Jewish prayers that you have to do are done in the home of the mourners. The mourners don't leave their home for a full week. Everybody just comes and visits them. They talk about the person who died. And the first rule, if you are a person who is visiting the house of mourning, is keep your mouth shut. You don't go and talk about all of your personal experiences because that's awful and selfish. It's actually not empathetic. If you walk into the house of somebody who has died and you start talking about how you know exactly what it's like, how they feel because you also had somebody who died, that is an incredibly arrogant and selfish thing to do. It's like the first rule of visiting a house of mourning. Literally the first rule. Joe Biden breaks that rule. He does it early, he does it often, and then not only does he break the rule, he does it with stories that aren't even related. Everyone knows I love my Helix sleep mattress. Did you know they just launched their newest, most high-end collection, the Helix Elite? Helix has harnessed years of extensive mattress expertise to bring their customers a truly elevated sleep experience. The Helix Elite collection includes 6 different mattress models, each tailored for specific sleep positions and firmness preferences. I've had my Helix sleep mattress for like 8 years at this point. It is great. It is excellent. It was tailored just for me. And you personalize everything else in your life. Why wouldn't you personalize the thing that you need to sleep on, the thing that is keeping you alive? Helix has a sleep quiz. It matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress. Why would you buy a mattress made for somebody else? I took that Helix quiz. I was matched with a firm, breathable mattress, which is precisely what I need. Go to helixsleep.com/Ben, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, find the perfect mattress for your body and sleep type. Your mattress will come directly to your doorstep for free. Plus, Helix has a 10-year warranty. You get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix has over 12,000 5-star reviews. In honor of Labor Day, Helix is offering 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for my listeners, which is the best deal of the year. Go to helixsleep.com/Ben. Use code HelixPartner25. This is their best offer yet. It's not going to last long. With Helix, better sleep starts right now. Innovation Refunds has been helping small businesses that qualify get a business payroll tax refund through the Employee Retention Credit, or ERC. The ERC is a tax refund for businesses that kept employees on payroll for parts of 2020 and 2021. If you own a business with more than 5 employees, you could have money waiting to be claimed. Are you uncertain about your eligibility for the ERC? Well, Innovation Refunds has a team of independent tax attorneys that will collaborate with your CPA to assess your eligibility, ensuring you feel confident before you submit that application. They've already helped thousands of eligible businesses apply for the ERC. Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. They work with an independent network of tax professionals. They'll share information with them to evaluate and process your claims. Head on over to innovationrefunds.com to determine eligibility. If you do qualify, you could be on your way to receiving money for your business. There's no upfront charge. They don't get paid unless you get paid. Go to innovationrefunds.com or dial 1-843-REFUNDS. That's innovationrefunds.com or 1-843-REFUNDS. Terms and conditions apply. You've been struggling through this economy over the last several years and you overpaid your taxes. Why not see if you can get that tax refund today? Go to innovationrefunds.com or dial 1-843-REFUNDS to get started. So he visits Lahaina, and people had their relatives burned to a crisp in Lahaina. Like, people literally, like, the worst wildfire disaster in modern American history by a long shot. And Joe Biden's first response is, what if I tell a story about how my house burned down? Now, to understand this story in proper context, what you have to understand is his house didn't burn down. In fact, Joe Biden, he's told this story before, and this story is false. What actually happened is that one time there was a small kitchen fire caused by a lightning strike in his home. It was under control in 20 minutes. His house didn't burn down. Nobody was hurt. Nobody died. But to Joe Biden, empathy means pretending that he cares about you while talking about himself. That is the nature of who Joe Biden is. So here was Joe Biden in Lahaina yesterday.
I don't want to compare difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake that's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct.
Just like this.
To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat. But all kidding aside, I watched the firefighters, the way they responded. You know, there's an old expression. I grew up right across the street from a fire hall in Claymont, Delaware.
The hell's wrong with this guy? Seriously, what the hell's wrong with him? I mean, aside from his senility, what is wrong with him as a human being? This is not the first time he's trotted this out in the middle of talking about fires. He apparently did it in 2013 also. He also did it apparently in 2022 when he was talking about another wildfire. He's constantly trotting out this story. Okay, a few weeks back, my family, there's a lot of lightning here in the state of Florida. Some lightning got grounded near our house, and it set a small fire outside of our kitchen. This is a true story. And then it was put out, and the firefighters came. We left our house for like an hour. We came back. How is that relevant to Lahaina? It's not. It's not relevant at all, because you know what didn't happen? Anything tragic or horrifying. It's not like good story, dude. It's like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And the reality is that old age strips away all the pretensions. Joe Biden cares about Joe Biden. Everything is refracted through the prism of Joe Biden. He is a person who owns only one surface, and it is a mirror, apparently. Because all he cares about is how it affects him, how it affects his family, and what does he have to do so he can go back to vacation to Lake Tahoe? Let's be real about this. What does he really have to do? It's an amazing, amazing clip. And the fact that, like, imagine for a second, I know we play this game all the time, but it's true because the media are corrupt. Imagine if Donald Trump had gone to the site of a wildfire that killed 1,000 people maybe, and talked about how one time he almost lost his car because there was a small kitchen fire in his home. Can you imagine? Now, Joe Biden has done this repeatedly, like over and over and over. And everybody in the media keeps trying to treat him as empathetic old Uncle Joe. He's not empathetic. He's never been empathetic. Joe Biden has always and forever and will forever be about Joe Biden, which is why he has used his personal power for the corrupt purpose of enriching his own family. That is who he is. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.